All right. Hopefully that should mean we're live. Let me go live on Twitch as well. Do that, do that. Okay, Yup, you like my thumbnail I made? My little picture of ALLUKA with the logos and stuff. Is the thing I tweeted.
Yeah.
Your chat was good, man.
This has to be the realest. It is the realest.
Yeah. What's good, chat? What's good, man? All right, Twitch is live, YouTube is live. Chat, Preston's fumbling, bro. Preston's literally fumbling, chat.
Yeah.
His PC and everything is crashing and shit like that, so we're just he looks like he just sent a picture in our group chat. It looks like he's reinstalling his drivers or something like that.
Are you really?
But chat, what's good, man? What's good? Listen, I need this guy to get in here though, because I'm on a time constraint here. You know, your boy's got shit he's got to do. I got fucking 1v1 me games I have to cast in an hour. So Preston has to get here so we could do this show, talk ROSTERMANIA, talk games, and then keep it moving. Let me also pull up tweets and things. Let me pull up some tweets and things.
I got the ranked one or whatever.
What's good, Alex? What's good, chat? How's everyone doing, man? How's everyone doing? All the homies in the chat. All the homies in the chat. How we doing? Hope you guys are vibing with us.
Good chat.
I don't know why the YouTube chat is not showing up on the stream. It's just this Twitch chat. Just Alex Strickland in there by himself. YouTube don't want to work, I guess.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, there it is. Now it's loading in.
It just takes a little bit.
What's the deal with Surge? They dropped Legend, or they benched Legend. They brought in TJ Haley. That's the deal, yeah. But we'll talk about it on the show, obviously. Obviously. What was I? Oh, that I know what I was gonna pull up. What do you think of the Thieves playing today? They cooked, bro. They cooked. We saw it. They were running Optics World. Those guys are ass.
Okay, so update.
Update.
I have no idea what's going on.
Well, did you fix it?
No. No, I did not.
It's chalked, chat. It's literally chalked. It's literally chalked, chat. Preston's chalking the show. Preston is chalking the show.
Monitors are not turning on.
Oh.
It is not reading that I have other monitors.
Well, you just updated your drivers, or what did you just do?
No, it failed. So something's not working for me right now.
Oh my gosh.
Something is just not wanting to see me win, I think.
This is crazy. This is criminal work out of you.
I'm thinking about killing myself.
I mean, I hear you on that.
Game, of course.
Of course. I mean, chat, if you want to see, this is what Preston looked like right as we were trying to start the show. I took a screenshot of it. Chat, this is what Preston looked like right as we were trying to start the show. I literally screenshotted him. As you can see the frustration on his face. I mean, Preston, I could just put that and you can just talk through Discord if your camera's not working.
Something went wrong. Error 207.
Do you want to just...
Software installation completed successfully, but Windows detected a potential issue with your graphics device.
Bro, I'm going to need you to lock in for me, big dog.
Yeah, let me just get right on that.
I'm going to need you to lock in for me, big dog. Did he just crash again? Why did he... Oh, he left the Discord. Chat, this guy, this literally the only show we've ever had to do where like there's actually a time constraint because I got something to do and he's chalking it. He's literally chalking it. You can't make this shit up. You actually can't make this shit up. But what's good though, chat? I mean, long time no see, right? I haven't talked to you guys in like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't talked to you guys in like an hour. Look at dude. That was a good thing I screenshotted that. That was a good comment of you, Alex, to take a picture of that. It was a good comment of you. Trusted Alex can carry. I know, facts. I mean, honestly, the show would probably go so much quicker without Preston because that guy's yapping. That guy just yaps, dude. Hey, all you gotta do is just join the Discord. We can run him with no face cam. It's no big deal. We can run Preston with no face cam if his shit is actually cooked. But we need his voice. Chat, apologies, but make sure you drop a like on the stream, man. Like it on up. We're only at 5 likes, so we'll run it as soon as Preston comes back. I don't know where the fuck he went. At least Alex is here, doing good. Do you believe the rumor ALLUKA to LAT? There is no ALLUKA to LAT rumor. ALLUKA's going to FAZE, according to the actual rumors.
Who's getting dropped? I think Mr. CEO would get dropped before Boo.
Yeah, I think the other Za would be the one that gets dropped, probably. Preston. Where the hell did this guy go, man? Where did this guy go, man? We got things to talk about. Like, damn. See your thieves or scrim champs once again? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, what'd you expect? I hear you, I hear you. I hear you on all of that. Preston, come join us.
Eddie, you better chill out before I give you a can.
Please kiss me. Please kiss me too.
I will.
Oh, man. But chat, what's good, bro? Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're all enjoyed some scrims today. I don't know if we're going to get scrims tomorrow. You think? Because I know you said, Alex, over the weekend that they were going to stream scrims Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Which was accurate. So is tomorrow not going to happen, you think?
Probably not.
Damn.
But who knows? They may. Dude, I totally forgot that fucking Optic and Huntsman Prime was happening tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that's happening. It's happening like tomorrow night. Which is kind of unfortunate. Well, I guess for you, it'll be like 4 or something like that, I think.
Yeah. Well, I won't even be here tomorrow because I'm going to Disney, so I'll be missing that, unfortunately.
Dude, Viper, I already told him to join. He's not coming. He's egoing us. Who? You.
I'm fucking here.
Did you fix it? You don't need your cam. It's okay.
No, I didn't fix it. And here comes my cam. I'm working off one monitor. I'm gonna kill myself. So just there. Take the fucking link, throw my cam on, and let's start the show. Oh God, Justin, this is the end. Do. All right, go ahead.
Chat, what the hell is wrong with this guy? Like, genuinely, actually, what's wrong with him? Somebody explain it to me. There he is, chat. There he is. Caesar season live in the flesh. Lil Aches, man. There he is. Looking good, feeling good. One monitor, but it don't matter. All right, I'm going to run the intro, and we're going to get into this. You guys ready?
Let's get it.
Let's get it, chat. 3, 2, 1, intro. Here we go. What's good, Call of Duty fans, and welcome back to episode 67 of Around the CDL. And today we're going to be talking about mostly ROSTERMANIA and the big new star ALLUKA, who is the talk of the town right now, and covered a little bit about last weekend's matches. But it is going to be a short and concise show because your boy has things he really has to do right after this. So we're going to stay on time and we are going to make this happen. But as always, I got the burner. I got Lil Aches. How we doing, boys?
Lil X, you can go first.
I'm not having a great time, man. I'm not having. I wish I could say I was happy to be here. I'm not. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I'm ready to talk COD nonetheless.
I'm doing great. I'm going to Disney tomorrow.
Just rub it in Preston's face.
I'm off until next Tuesday, so
Love that.
I love it. I'm living life right now.
Love that. Love that. All right. Well, I mean, chat, listen, we're going to kick straight into it here. And we're going to start off with the ROSTERMANIA stuff because obviously that is what everyone is most interested in. So if I switch our cams on over here, I'm also going to have to fix Preston because I didn't have a cam to work with in the pre-show here to get him all set up. Let me pop him on him. There he is. Look at, he's looking good, feeling good down there, Preston, aka Lil Aches. But we're going to start it off, man. FAZE target ALLUKA as a potential bench substitute option here for the Vegas FaZe. It looks like there were originally rumors yesterday that they were going to be looking at him. Kason said, no, it's not happening in a Twitch chat. And now from Ronnie, it comes out that this is going to be for a bench spot, or at least they are the front runners for said bench spot, meaning that at least for now, the starting roster will be safe until they get visa situation sorted, and then it could be a whole different story. But boys, talk to me about the ALLUKA hype. What do y'all think about it? And what do you guys think about FaZe being the ones to potentially pick him up? And also Sir Plum with the 5, my goat.
W. Yeah, I think it's a W overall for ALLUKA. I mean, he came in, no one really knew who he was. I mean, I didn't know who he was. I'm not gonna lie to you. I texted Rafi in our group chat and I was like, "What the fuck is this ALLUKA kid?"
You did.
And I mean, the guy is the next Messiah, the next Smirk, from what it seems like. He was absolutely popping off in the cup this past weekend. And I think it's a great play for FaZe to pick him up for their bench, knowing that some of their players have been struggling.
Mm-hmm.
So why not have kind of an up-and-comer who would probably be a safe bet for you, who could come into your team and make, some type of impact? Why not do that? I think it's just a smart move out of all of them. So
I think it's a genius move out of FaZe, to be honest. You either get a deep dark side out of Droz and Abuza over the next couple weeks, showing that they deserve to have their spot, or you have a hungry, talented 18-year-old kid come into the roster alongside one of the greatest subs of all time. So I don't see a world in which this blows up in FaZe's face. I think this is just smart long-term thinking, if you ask me. Whether even he gets some reps or not, it doesn't matter. I think it's safe, and it's a good move. And I also think that Mercules has broke the fucking league.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen someone have so much PR in a 48-hour span than I have ALLUKA in the last 2 days. Not saying it's not deserved. Of course it is. I mean, the kid was frying. But I'm just saying Merc is 100% broken the league. This kid's gotten an insane amount of PR over the last 2 days.
No, for sure. I genuinely, this whole ALLUKA thing is a combination of two things. It's the Mercules effect, and it's what's going on in challengers this season with so many people watching, right? Obviously, I think now, it's always kind of been this way, but I think now specifically with how Merc came in, was almost instantly the best player in the game, and won champs MVP, won EWC. every team is going to be looking for the next Mercules, at least for the foreseeable future, until maybe some of that hype of like how good his rookie season sort of fades into the back of our mind because recency bias starts to take hold. This is going to be a big thing where people are constantly trying to move in on top talent, but also so many people are watching challengers right now between Telluride Bush and Optics got a team with Huntsman and everybody's watching in Zuma Stallion teams. I mean, Dashy had like 7,000, 8,000 viewers watching the cup on the Sunday, watching ALLUKA fry, which was a ton of PR because he was gassing them. Octane was gassing them. I mean, Aches and all these guys on these watch parties were gassing them. So many eyes, and with the fact that everybody wants talent, we're going to see this again if there's another guy as good as ALLUKA in challengers, and I'm sure there is. It's just a matter of getting him on the right team where they can show out in a winning way, which I would not be surprised if we see another one like this at some point in this next season, in this next year. So great to see for ALLUKA. The hype is insane, and for FaZe, I mean, you see my reply to the tweet down here. I kind of hope LAT could come in, maybe offer a little bit extra money and get him, because bro, my initial thought with this was like, pick him up for the bench. If Kenny starts to struggle, you bring in ALLUKA, see if that helps things out, or maybe you save him if he's willing to take a bench spot, which I guess now we know he might be if Ronnie posted this as FaZe being the front runners. So it would be so dope, bro, to just have this guy, puts a little extra pressure on your players to make sure they're locked in, make sure they're playing well. And ALLUKA said Scrap's his favorite player, so you know he wants to play with him. So I just think it would be so good. But FaZe either beat LAT to the punch, or I don't know what, but they're the ones leading this. So we'll see if it officially comes through. But Rafi did confirm 6 teams reached out about ALLUKA. 6 of 12 CDL teams reached out about ALLUKA. Whether that is actually offering to buy him, or that is just, hey, Rafi, we're interested in ALLUKA, we want to know more. That's half the league interested in the guy after 1 cup 2 weeks into the game. Is that not crazy?
That's crazy.
Like, it's just like, I mean, people have been trying to like speculating about it as to who the teams are. And I think for the most part, it's kind of been dialed down, right? Because you know it wasn't Optic, you know it wasn't Mates, you know it wasn't Heretics, right? Because they're not going to pick up a non-Spanish speaker right now. Some people think probably wasn't Koi, even though you might want to maybe get him in there for insight. Like, you start to dwindle down these names here, you got to think LAT and FaZe were both ringing Rafi's line, right? And Rafi hasn't confirmed to me whether LAT has. You know what I mean? I wanted to know. He egoed me. He egoed me. Rafi egoed my text about that. But, I mean, I don't know, bro. It's just, do you think when his visa is good, when he gets that work visa, that they bring him straight into the lineup? Or does he sit on the bench until FaZe are really struggling?
I think it really depends on how long. Holy fuck!
It's Preston's Alexa.
I think it really depends on how long it takes to get his visa, but also in that time span that it takes to get his visa, how the team is performing. So is Draza still getting shit on? Is 04 not playing up to his potential? Is Abuza getting shit on?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Simp is safe. I think it really just depends on how the other 3 are playing, and whoever's an odd man out and isn't playing up to par, then they're on the chopping block, unfortunately.
His Alexa's going off again. I heard dun dun in the background real quick.
I think that this is you're bringing him in because you're gonna have hopes of potentially starting him. However,
oh, for sure.
I think it entirely depends on how they do over the next X amount of weeks until his visa issue gets sorted. So if they start to, fry, it's hard to change. It's hard to change a roster with a team that has a hot hand. So, I don't think that would change anything at that point. But if they are kind of stagnant in the area that they are now, they win some series, they lose some series, they look good some days, look all right the other days, and Draza continues to struggle. I mean, granted, he did play well this past series. Who's to say what they do? I don't think that there's a world that you are that adamant and that straight to the punch of signing a kid, even if it's to your bench, if the thought of starting him in your roster is not at the minimum in the back of your head.
Yeah. I mean, it's a win-win either way for FaZe, right? It's just kind of like, either you don't need to bring him in because the team is playing well, or you can bring him in and have this up and coming talent, or you could sell him on. Maybe some other team comes knocking, and now that you own his contract, you own him, you can sell him on. Maybe recoup whatever it costs to buy him from Omid. If it costs anything, each contract is going to be different. It's just one of those things for FaZe where it's like, as long as you're willing to pay a little bit of extra money to either buy out the player or, pay them whatever you have to pay for a bench spot contract. It's extra bread, of course. Like, it's something teams have to pay, which a lot of these teams in the league don't even have bench players because no one wants to pay for it. But I mean, this guy could be next up, right? He could be the next thing. And I mean, we saw he apparently plays standard no paddles just like Mercules. Like, he plays a very similar way to Merc. So it's like, Is this guy the second coming? Is this just German Mercules?
No, this is ALLUKA.
He might be, but he's still gonna get shit on by Merc. That's all I know.
I mean, we'll see. This is actually, Turtle just posted in my chat a tweet. I don't know if this is real, but this is from today in the Zoo Mafia. It's a screenshot of apparently all the CDL salaries is what this person is claiming. These are the salaries of each player in the league.
Wait, can I pull that up? Where is that at?
It was tweeted by Ben Chod. I don't know who this is. It was in the Zoo Mafia Twitter.
I can't see.
Are you blind?
No, like
I'm joking. Here, I can put the link in the chats. I'll put the link in Twitter and Discord, or in Twitch and Discord and YouTube.
Yeah, can you throw it in Discord? Because I don't have any chats open because
yeah. So you guys can see this. But I mean, according to this, like, Cell's making 850, Pred's making 450, all of Ravens are on like 60 except for Slasher. All of C9 are on 65. I mean, this could be fake, right? Like, this could be totally fake, and this could just be someone throwing out numbers that sound realistic. But they do sound realistic. I can't lie.
Yeah, Toronto's like, yo, you've been here forever, but inside you're going to take a pay cut if we want you to stay.
They do sound pretty realistic. I mean, Scrap and Hydra on 450. I don't know if this is real. I guess there's no way of knowing this is real unless someone confirmed, which no one's ever going to confirm this. But
they're only paying Merc 250. That's not enough. That's not enough. Let's bump those up. Those are rookie numbers.
Well, Hook's getting 280. Is there anything super? I mean, 150
really.
150 for Snoopy on Breach sounds like a lot.
100K for Nasty.
For 4 years.
Sounds like a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but
especially
the Breach. Like, I didn't really think the Breach wanted to spend much bread like that.
Look at those C9 salaries, bro.
Yeah, they're all on 65. I mean, listen, I'd take 65K to play COD, but yeah.
Oh,
90
man.
for Gwen. Damn, the Miami guys aren't getting paid a lot either.
Well, there was the whole thing with Real as to why he left, is because he thought his teammates were going to have to take pay cuts to keep him around. So that's one of the reasons he left.
But clearly they took pay cuts regardless, because Jesus Christ.
I mean, damn.
How is Slasher getting 10K more than these other guys?
He's been around for a minute, Those extra 10K for the vet. I don't know, chat. Again, I don't know if this is actually real, but they do kind of sound. A lot of these do look like they make some sense.
These look pretty. I mean, I don't want to say they look unrealistic. They look pretty realistic to me.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these look a little like Cell on 850.
Cell he's making basically double the next most, according to this. Not exactly double, but almost.
Dude,
wow,
that Saudi money is insane.
It was posted on the COD competitive Reddit, and then it was removed by a moderator.
Ooh. Oh shit.
The link, it's removed now.
Yeah. Shotzi's making Shotzi's getting paid less than Pred, bro. I mean, I guess he's making quadruple that minimum on just his content, so he's probably chilling, but
holy shit, dude, that's so much money.
Yeah, any CDL teams want to sign me? You know what I mean? I'll do it for half.
Scrap and Hydra are making more than Shotzi. I'm in fucking tears.
Archie in chat said Zuma has said this is very accurate.
Well,
I don't think Archie would lie to me, so. I mean, to be honest, it looks accurate. I really think it does.
No, it does. I don't. Nothing out here. I mean, besides the sell 850K, but that doesn't even feel unrealistic. It's just that's fucking insane. That's why that stands out. Nothing here is like, well, that doesn't make sense.
Jesus Christ, getting paid 800K to play video games.
Yes, please.
Holy shit! No wonder that dude's snaking. He doesn't give a fuck.
Dude, if the Falcons need a content creator, I can be a Falcons fan, bro. I'll figure it out. You know what I mean?
Holy shit! Damn, they got all that cash. They're only paying Kismet 150.
That's what I was also thinking. Kids is making 100K less than Xnid. I would be kind of heated if I was Kids. I can't lie.
If he's still making 150, but still.
I mean, he's still making more than a lot of the league, but.
So the league minimum, I'm guessing, is 60K then.
Well, the minimum is just apparently the state minimum, but I guess it's just. I guess a lot of the teams have just decided on 60 as their min. I don't know. Yeah.
How the hell they decided to give Gwen 90K?
I guess.
No disrespect, my guy.
I mean, I don't know.
What the hell? How'd they come up with that decision? They're like, yeah, the rest of you guys fuck off, but Gwen, we got 30 for you, brother. We got an extra 30. Hello?
Yeah, I mean, look at that shit, bro.
Wow.
Look at that. So who's got the highest payroll? I mean, probably the Falcons when you add it all up, but.
Yeah.
Optic is second.
I did some mental math in my head. It's like, no, actually, it might be LAT second, low key. But the Falcons are 1, and it's between LAT and Optic for second. I didn't do the math on those.
I mean, LAT would be 912.
912, 1385.
Yeah.
And then 6, 880, and 1315, 1305.
They're like the same.
Yeah, but more for LAT. So that.
Also, FaZe, I didn't even actually peep that. Draw's making 285. Sip's making 350.
Hey, man. Look, Chad, this is a fucking business decision out of Kason. If they can get 285 up, what happened?
What happened?
Crash?
No, I hear you. Are you there? Oh, I hear you.
No. Oh, wait. Oh no. Okay, maybe some good and some bad's happening. Maybe the update's working, but I'm getting some black.
Can you hear us?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Is my cam okay?
Yeah, your cam is good. Your cam is good. Chat, this guy's having technical difficulties tonight for whatever reason.
Okay. What I was going to say is could be a business decision out of Kason. They dropped 285K from Draza and still get someone that potentially could be better. I mean, Jesus. I mean, you ask me, that's a business decision.
You think they throw ALLUKA like 30K bench salary. Let's say you take like what the min on here looks like, cut it in half if he's on the bench for the potential that you could bring him on for, let's say, 100 and get rid of the 285 of draws. Like,
sure. That's just pocket right there. That makes so much sense.
I mean, this looks pretty. It looks pretty accurate. Again, I don't know if it is, but
wow.
Chat, sign me up, man. Sign me up for this shit. Holy.
How do people find that out?
I don't know. It could just be someone who has connections, or it could have been someone that's like low key just guessing, and they got close enough that people are like, "Yeah, it looks accurate." I don't really know, but pretty interesting there. The other ROSTERMANIA news, I guess, just to touch on real quick, is TJ Haley to the Vancouver Surge in place of Legend, who is benched and is now playing on the Stallions in Challengers. I mean, this does definitely make the Surge better, I would say. This does instantly make them better, although some people might be like, yeah, you shouldn't have picked up Tej.
I mean...
They couldn't get any worse. They hadn't won a map yet, and Legend had a 0.6.
Yeah, I mean, the only way... It's only up from here. They have to win at least one map, because who do they play when we get back?
I have no idea.
I can tell you, their first match is against Boston, and then they play Optic. So they'll be 1-4.
Damn, you think they're gonna beat Optic and lose to Boston?
I think so. I'm bullshit.
Yeah.
That's for Optic's win streak, isn't it?
Yeah.
For that?
Oh my god, imagine Tej shuts you down. Holy shit. Imagine Tej shuts you down.
No, but I think it'll be good for sure. Again, this team can only get better. He looked nasty, playing in challengers.
No, it's TJ Haley. It's not nasty.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
had to do it. I had to do it. I'm sorry.
Um, so I hope he continues that. I mean, we kind of know what we expect from Tej now at this point. Year in and year out, he's going to be a solid player, and we just hope that this team can get better. But I just feel bad for my guy Legend though. I feel
He
bad for him.
got set up to fail, bro.
Yeah, but I get it
Yeah.
though. Again, if you're a Halo player coming from Halo and you get offered a CDL spot, nobody in their right mind is turning that down to say no. I just want to go play in challengers.
Yeah, right. I'm taking the salary, bro.
1000%. So I know there's a lot of people like, oh, he should have started off in challengers, got some reps. But if I'm coming from Halo,
Was Legend's name
and
on this tweet?
I don't think so.
60K.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
at the
was
bottom.
60K.
Damn, from Halo World Champion MVP to 60K playing COD. Holy.
And he was probably getting a fucking bag from Optic for
You
that
gotta
Halo
think.
team. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, so, but still, nonetheless, though, I mean, you're gonna be making 60K. You're on a starting roster. So if I'm coming from Halo and I get offered any type of contract from any team, I'm taking it. There's no way in anybody's mind you should be denying a contract guaranteed to be on a CDO spot just to say I want to go and play challengers.
I agree. That entire two things about this Surge thing. One, the Legend roster composition was a massive, massive failure. They had no chance of making a successful roster with that roster around Legend.
Mhm.
A rookie who's never played COD before in his life, coming from a completely different esport and going into a 12 league franchised or 12 team franchised league where the competition is almost probably guaranteed the most it's ever been.
Yeah.
And that's the roster that you give this guy who's never played a day in his life. You
Mhm.
give no disrespect to those players, but to me, it's you take a look at Shotzi coming over from Halo and Legend coming over from Halo. And I'm not comparing Shotzi and Legend, but I'm saying look at the two different rosters that they were a part of. One had Crim and Clay, two of the greatest COD players of all time, and two young guns who had an insane talent ceiling. And then you have Lunars, Gwyn, and Abe on the other one.
Yeah.
So that's number one with that one. Number two, I'm not a fan of recycling old players. However, this feels like the one circumstance where it actually may work in someone's favor because that team needs some veteranship
Mhm.
for sure. That team needs some age. Gwyn being your most prestigious player on that team is a little bit absurd. So TJ he has a chance to be the captain here. Do I think that we've seen TJ's better days already? Absolutely. I don't think he's going to get any better than we've already seen. But this could potentially put them over the edge in terms of winning some series, which they haven't even won any maps yet. So I don't necessarily hate this move. Is this a champs team? No, this isn't a champs team. But will this team potentially win some game fives, upset some teams in some series that you don't expect them to win? Maybe now. Maybe I might give them a little edge.
Yeah, I definitely think the fact that Tej can come in as like a player who's been around for a while, maybe help these guys with some mid-round adjustments or like mid-game comms and kind of making them make the right plays rather than maybe crumbling under pressure or something like that could be the one real big benefit here of quote unquote recycling a pro like that. That's definitely, I think this is the one time, like Preston said, where might be actually pretty worth it. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, they immediately looked better, and their scrims yesterday were taking maps off Miami, which I know Miami's had some hit or miss maps, but like that's still really good considering the fact that Surge was getting ran in the scrims we saw them play versus Optic. Obviously, that's Optic, but also getting ran in their matches too. So I feel like they should at least win a map the next time they play, especially maybe in SND.
Against Miami, they went like 4-3 map count, right?
Yeah, I think
Like,
they
yeah,
had one more.
They won
Yeah.
the set. Yeah.
Yeah. and I'm pretty sure that was with Tej. So
It was.
Yeah,
Well,
if
he was playing
that's
on Legend's account.
any,
Yeah.
yeah, if that's any sign for how the future of the team is going to look, then I'm pretty confident that they'll be in that, you know, 6-7 range.
No.
Mm.
No, why did he say it? Why did he say it? Also, I want to shout out Luke for the $5 super chat earlier. Appreciate you, Luke. Yeah,
Luke.
I mean, listen, dude, we're 2 weeks into the game. We're not even into weekend number 3 of the season starting. I know there's no matches, but like this coming weekend is weekend 3 of the season. We're not even on weekend 3. We already have a roster change and a potential other one that like low-key could have been a roster change if ALLUKA was an American, let's say, who didn't have to worry about a visa issue. Like, imagine ALLUKA could just come straight in. He might be straight on a team. So it is kicking off quick this season. Like, I think we've said it on previous shows. I think teams are going to be quicker to make roster changes this season, and I think we're going to see less recycled pros, maybe more shots on some young talent that's showing out, or maybe some guys that either haven't been in the league yet or maybe only been in for 1 year. I think we're going to start seeing some teams taking some shots on these guys because Merc changed the league for sure. Merc absolutely changed the league for sure, and if you could find the next Merc at least for 2 years, if you sign him to a 1+1, which is the standard, at least for 2 years, you could have an absolute GOAT. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see, but I don't think we'll see another roster change until after Major 1. I mean, do you guys think any other team is going to change before the first Major?
FaZe would be
Maybe
the only
LAT.
one. Oh.
You think LAT? Okay, who are we picking up?
I hear Tyler Fellows available.
Ooh, T-Fell, yeah. Apparently, Zuma and Rambo Ray both said the salaries looked pretty accurate. So, I mean, they do seem like they would make sense. It does seem like it'd line up from the few salaries I've heard. Seeing that they're pretty accurate on what was on there, it does seem like that probably lines up pretty well. So, hey,
You know who would know?
oh, man, Rafi.
Rafi. I'm about to send it to him right now.
Tell Rafi that he needs to tell us the buyout for ALLUKA right now. Live and on the spot. Live and on the spot. But, dude, we'll see, man. We'll see. Does ALLUKA come into FaZe as soon as his visa's ready, and does he cook? Does he just absolutely cook? I hope he cooks again this weekend, because if Omid doesn't like win this next cup, or like the next cup that happens, people are gonna be like, oh, 1 weekend wonder, he's not that good, blah blah blah. So I hope they come out, they win again, and he fries, because people are. I mean, they're still gonna be on his ass until at least he does something out of land, probably. For sure. But let's talk about some of the games from last night real quick for like 10-15 minutes, so we can just talk over the main things that we missed and everything that happened. We'll start off with the Surge very briefly, because we just obviously touched on them and the roster. They don't even have a 4th on here anymore. And the roster changes that they obviously have about to ensue. And they played twice. If I pull this up, they played twice. Let me see if this is even fitting on the screen here. It is with a little zoom. They played twice. They got 3-0'd both times. I mean, is there anything you guys really want to touch on here for the Surge? Because, I mean, it was just kind of a bit. I mean, they low-key actually had 3 guys go positive, and they still got 3-0'd here from C9.
Yeah, I think it's just they had a close map versus Toronto in that S&D where they lost 6-5. All the matches was Cloud9 were kind of close. They lost Hardpoint by 10. They lost S&D by 2 rounds. They lost Overlord by 1. So they definitely could have won. But again, I just don't think the team was playing as a unit and playing fundamental COD. They were just kind of just running at shit.
Yeah, they scammed that HP versus C9 bad.
No,
Lunar's got 2 kills on that final P3, and I don't think they touched Hill for 10 seconds, and that was the difference in the map. So, and then the snaking debacle happened, so that was so cool. But yeah, I don't know, man. It every time I was like, oh my god, wait, they actually might do it. They just fell short. It literally felt like watching the Vegas Falcons last year at times, where it's like, holy shit, could they actually win this map? And then they just fall apart at the seams. Obviously not as bad, but the idea is there. this team, I mean, we kind of all expected them to, at minimum, consider a team change because they've looked catastrophic. I feel bad, man, because he was put in such a rough spot, and it
Yeah.
sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, I mean they even came out. He was like using the wrong class. Like they didn't even have the right. He didn't even have the right like subclass or anything like that. So
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on over there, but they seem to be sticking by their decision. They want to move forward, and they should get better. The question is going to be how quickly does Legend get better to maybe make them regret that decision with some reps down and challengers. But I do think their post said move to the like benched, so he might still be under contract over there. Maybe they can bring him back if he starts cooking.
Oh, did it really? I thought he was dropped
I'm pretty
completely.
sure it said at the bottom. I mean, I can go look real quick. I'm pretty sure it said at like the bottom of their graphic. I thought it said benched. We will be moving Legend to the bench as of today. It says at the very bottom of the graphic.
Mm.
So he's still apparently under contract. So if he does start to cook, maybe he comes back. But let's move on. Talk about the Ravens real quick, who, I mean, they've only played twice, which is kind of criminal. But they got 3-0'd by the Riyadh Falcons, who had themselves a much better weekend. I mean, any thoughts on this Ravens team? Red carpet for them. I mean, this just wasn't the prettiest
Slasher
series.
needs to go.
We're
Slasher
getting
needs
right
to
to
go.
it.
He got 38 kills through 3 maps. Cell got 33 map 1. I mean, he just needs to go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. And I got some flack for this making a tweet. I said, Slasher, it's time. Listen, absolutely zero disrespect is intended for this guy. He's one of COD's great. He's a top 10, 7, 5 AR of all time. You can make an argument for any of the above. I don't care. I'd hear you out. There comes a time where time is time, and
Yeah.
it's his time to move on from the game. There's nothing wrong with it. He's had some unbelievable moments in COD history, but he just doesn't. And I don't even think it does that he doesn't have it anymore. The games just aren't fit to the play style that
Mhm.
he's traditionally known for anymore. They are running gun in your face, run him down. There's no traditional style Call of Duty in these games anymore, and he's just not there. He's not adapted with his play style. I think this team would greatly benefit from getting a running gun in your face AR. I mean, I unironically like ALLUKA, but that's what this team needs. I think if they want to start winning some series.
Yeah, this team's they're gonna be interesting. I still think the rookies will get better as the season progresses, but they could end up getting held back by their ARs a bit. But again, they played the least games out of anybody. We'll see how they bounce back after the break. But then we got G2 Minnesota now, who's sitting at number 10. They only played once, and they were reverse swept by the Boston Breach in this series. As you can see there, Kremp the only one to go positive on the series. It wasn't really good out of anybody from the rest of G2. 0.8s all around in and around there. Yeah, I mean, they won that insane banger map 1. That shit was crazy. I mean, Snoopy was going nuts at the end, but Mamba won a clutch 1v1. They got the last couple seconds, and then they slammed in map 2, and we were thinking, low-key, this might be a 3-0. Like, this could be it. And then they get reverse swept, man. Pretty dominantly, too. Like, not really the closest maps for the rest of the series. So maybe Boston just locked in. But any thoughts on Rocker as, coming in as our dark horse team? Now they're sitting at 10th in our standings.
This team is going to live and die by those SMGs. And if those SMGs aren't like on their bullshit and playing at the top of their game, they're not going to win any games.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't agree more. We said last week multiple times that the chance of the inconsistency with this sub duo is what's going to kill this team, and we saw it there. Estrio and Kremp were frying maps 1 and 2, and I mean, look at the results of the first 2 maps.
Mm-hmm.
And then Snoopy and Purge started to wake up in the latter half of the series a bit, and it then became an absolute shit show for the guys in purple. So,
Yeah.
That's just kind of what you're going to get from this team. Mamba had a rough series, and he said it. He made a tweet after saying that's on him. He knew he had a rough series. I think, did he drop a donut in game 5? I don't remember.
He had 1. He ended up getting
1 kill. 1 kill in game 5. So rough series out of him. But we know what we're getting out of Skies at this point in his career. If that sub duo is not frying, this team is going to struggle. They will still win some series, but they're going to struggle. So, and that's what we saw in this series.
Guys just confuses me because at the launch invitational, he had like
Yeah,
a 1.2 or
he was
something overall
cooking.
KD, and now he has like a 0.8 KD.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
know.
he's just overthinking it, man. Maybe it's a mental thing.
Yeah, it could
It
just
be a
be
mental thing.
could just be like you're in a real game and now he's starting to be like second guess what he wants to do. He's not like running it down as much, maybe. We'll see though with G2 how they continue. Then we got number 9, the Miami Heretics, who, if it would let me click, that would be great. The Miami Heretics, who played twice, and they went game 5. They've won game 5 in all 3 of their games here, but they finally got a win on the board, as well as pushing our best team in the game, Optic Texas, to a game 5 here, as well as that 3-2 win over Cloud9. Pretty... honestly, not a bad showing of a weekend for Miami. I mean, they keep going game 5, but under practice compared to other teams, rookie player as well. Not bad, especially some of those HP wins in that map 4 specifically versus Optic was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that map 4 was crazy versus Optic, and they looked fucking. I mean, they just iced up, plain and simple. Optic trolled that bad. But, I mean, Optic still Nesload, which is a good thing. Because I think it's the first time we saw Optic lose like both HPs in a long time. And then in that series against Cloud9, I didn't expect it to go game 5, but it did. And I think Cloud9 is just a little bit better than what we originally thought. But I will say the maps that Miami won, they won them like pretty handsomely.
Honest, yeah.
Like they weren't really close, but also the maps that they lost them pretty bad as well.
Yeah.
Like they weren't close either. So again, they are under practice, so we'll give it to them. They're getting their ropes under them and learning everything for the game, but I expect more from this team as the year progresses for sure.
Yeah, these guys are good, man. And I hate the fact that every single time a Miami team plays Optic, it's an absolute nail biter. It doesn't matter what the roster is. Does not surprise me that that match went game 5. But yeah, they need some. They definitely got to focus up on some small things. At times, it feels like maybe the communication's off a little bit. Like there were times in the Optic series, and I'm like, where the hell are they looking, or where the hell's the comm? But overall, I mean, these guys look good, and like Alex said, I mean, we've heard that they're under practice because of some visa issues. So I think they'll just only get better with time. And Drake's still finding his footing. So I think they'll get better when he gets better, and I expect this team to be in top 6 conversations as the year goes on. So
for sure. And Trakes, he did finally have like a good series. I think he played like every map pretty well versus C9, which was good to see. So seeing the rookie kind of get his footing under him. Turtle also said that this map 4 for Optic Heretics was the 11th 250 to 249 in the CDL history. So 11 times we've seen that scoreline. And that one might be one of the craziest because, I mean, they were down like 249 to like 190 or something like that.
That's your fault.
It is my fault. We jinxed the hell out of it.
That is 100% your. You think that I wasn't there? I was listening.
We
to
jinxed
your
the hell
stream.
out of it.
I heard the shit you said. I know.
Wait, was it the last 250, 249 Miami versus FaZe in Cold War? Or not Cold War, sorry.
You mean
BO6?
like on Hacienda?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might have been. That Hacienda game where Real iced up and took him down right at the end.
Yeah, I remember that shit. Wait, what was the skyline at Champs?
There was one skyline?
Yeah, Miami and FaZe in the Elim round.
Was there?
Map 1 bang.
My God!
Yeah.
So Miami just does this shit. Well, remember the stat last year? Miami had the best record in like 10-point hardpoint games or something like that.
Yeah,
they were like 7-1 or some 7-1 or 7-2 and games within 10 points.
Those guys have
Yeah. And then for Cloud9, next up, we kind of touched on their series sort of already, but they 3-0'd Surge, which was pretty easy. And then they lost 3-2 to Miami Heretics, as we just looked at. This team just, to me, is just still kind of weird, right? Like, it's just a team that different players take over at different times. I think they can give you a run for your money in certain maps if they're clicking, but I also could see them just getting slammed. Like, I could see these guys just getting absolutely stomped out by some rosters, depending on the day. So this is just a team to me that's just going to be fighting for champs. They might even miss out on champs, but I don't know. I mean, they went 1-1 on the weekend, so I guess they got that going for them.
I agree. I agree.
No, these guys are bad. I'm not even giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, piss.
Yeah.
They beat the worst team in the league. Whoop-de-doo. And all 3 maps were close. I don't think I'm giving this team any credit, man. I really don't.
It's fair, bro. It's definitely fair. Their SND can be kind of crazy, though. They've had SND maps where, like, Mac has double digits, Beans has double digits, Afro has double digits. Like, their SND is pretty wild. So it's going to be interesting to see how they continue through. But now we get into number 7 with a big jump here from the Riyadh Falcons, who, if this wants to load, that would be lovely. The Falcons, they go 2-0 in this weekend, right? They start 0-2 versus hard teams, Optic and Thieves, but then they bounce back versus maybe a little bit of an easier schedule, but they get those much needed wins. And I think what they do here is they prove to us that they're not a bottom team, right? They're not a bottom team. They're at least going to be in that mid pack. They're at least going to be in that mid tier here, maybe with your Boston Breaches here, as you do see they beat 3-1 on the screen. Cell had a good weekend. I honestly think Exnid might have played some of his best COD as a pro this weekend in some of the maps and some of the games that they played. But I mean, what did you guys think about the Falcons this weekend? It was a good bounce back for sure.
Yeah. Again, I think at this point they should be beating the teams that are below them. Again, there's 3 world champs on that team, so we expect highly of them, and they should be beating all these 12th through 8th team, eighth place teams, and that's exactly what they did. So, and I expect that from them. If they continue, if this was a fluke and they lose to those teams, then this team is just absolute dog shit. But they played well. That comeback versus Boston on that Colossus was fucking insane. But yeah, team played well, and I expect them to continue to beat these teams that are lower than them.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly said. They did impress me this week. They actually played some fundamental Call of Duty, which they did not in the prior weeks. So glad to see they toned it in a bit, locked it in. That snaking shit's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The guy does it all the time. Get a fucking grip. You're talented enough. You don't need to do that shit. Stop being a pussy. Other than that, it was a good weekend from the guys in green, and I love Exit. So.
Yeah, the snaking stuff is we saw a couple snakes. We saw Lunar Snake, we saw Snell Snake. It's definitely creeping its way back in, and hopefully these people get punished for snaking and it shuts that down right immediately, right? Like if it starts to creeping its way in where now teams are starting to snake, they're starting to throw a couple extra pumps here and there, like COD is way better without the snaking. I do not want to go back to being a snake pit like we had in like MW2. So hopefully these teams lock it in. They don't allow this stuff and they actually give out some punishments. But then again, it's the winter break. If you don't give them 1 day of scrims because it's the first violation, that shit's going to do nothing. Like it's just going to do nothing. So
yeah.
I don't really know. We'll see what ends up happening. We're moving on, though, because, I mean, I got like 10 minutes, so we got to start speeding up here. Toronto Koi, they fall in their 1 game of the weekend in a round, or in a game 5 to FaZe, which Alex called it. He takes the lead in the pick'ems by 2, feeling pretty good. And I mean, again, it was a solid series all around for the FaZe guys. Their HPs look significantly better, especially the 100-point club in map 4. But Simp does his thing. Draws had a good bounce back series, as Preston mentioned earlier. And just generally, I think FaZe they're kind of showing that they're still a top team. They just clearly have things they got to work on.
Yeah, and I think their biggest question mark was HP, definitely, but they definitely showed that they got a lot better. Even map 1, it was relatively close all the way up until the end where they kind of just trolled. They're really good at S&D. Their overload is pretty decent. They also kind of trolled it. This one versus Koi, they were up 4-3 with like 2 minutes left, and they just kept getting spawn killed. They couldn't get out of the spawn. But I mean, that Colossus, it was absolutely belt to ass. So this team is definitely getting better in HP, and that's what they need to work on. And it seems like they are working on it. So they should continue to get better at it, and should continue to improve in that game mode specifically.
Yeah, I mean, we knew this team would be good at S&D, and thank God they are, because the respawns are a little shaky. But I watched that map 4, and man, I mean, that might be the most flawless HP we've seen this season from a team. I mean, that was just pure on slammage. Toronto could not breathe the entire map.
Yeah.
So, obviously they showed like, hey, we've struggled, but God, I mean, we got something in the tank for sure. We just got to tone it in. So this was a great series win for FaZe and a great series pick 'em for me and Alex. So thank God, because I needed it bad, bad.
It is what it is. I'll be catching up next week. Don't worry about it. Then we move to number 5. We got our Boston Breach, who they only played once. Or no, actually, they did play twice. They played twice. They reverse swept G2, and then they lost to Falcons. So a bit of a all over the place weekend for these guys. Honestly, for me, this is just Boston. Like, this is just what they are. This is what they're gonna do. They're gonna pull off crazy wins. They're gonna go game 5. Their SND is gonna look solid. Then they're gonna get beat down by another team, and then the next day they're gonna come out and they're gonna look good. It's just gonna be all over the place for these guys. I'm not really too surprised, honestly, for the way their weekend went.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's going to be that inconsistent Boston team that we've always seen. And the only thing that I have to say about Boston is they have to veto Colossus because they choked it against G2 and they choked it against Falcons. So clearly it has to be an auto veto.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, see, this just feels like the stereotypical Boston team, man. Like the second you go in on them, they lose to the Falcons, and then you're like, I'm skeptical, and they reverse sweep G2. It's just you never know what you're gonna get from these guys. This is exactly why they are a lot of people's dark horse. I mean, they are quite literally the definition of a dark horse. You never know what you're gonna get, and if they show up on a weekend, they can make some noise. That's it. I mean, Nasty looks great. So there's that. He looks like a piece that could really work out in their favor. And you know what you're getting from Snoop. So that's about all I gotta say.
Yeah, Snoopy's been shooting, man. Snoopy has been shooting, and when he's shooting, they definitely look like they're at their best. Now we get to number 4. We got the LA Thieves, who I don't think they played a game this weekend. These guys didn't play. These guys didn't actually play a game. They were off. They didn't actually show up to the game because that's sure what the score lines ended up looking like here. Listen, I ranted about this a ton, right? So if you were in my watch parties and stuff, you saw this was one of the worst series I've ever seen an LA Thieves team play. I mean, this was just like they couldn't win a gunfight. They couldn't play together. These guys were every time they moved, the Gentlemates were on top of them. I mean, it was a masterclass out of the mates, and specifically Dan Ghosty, who broke the series KD record there, the 2.14. They got shit on bad. I mean, Kenny has been getting the heat because obviously he's coming off of a bad season last year, but Hydra and Abizi did pretty much nothing as well. Scrap was the only one shooting back, as you see here. He ends at -1 with 60 kills, which, I mean, 60 kills was the third most in a lobby behind the ARs over there on the mates. This shit was just ass, bro. It was just straight up ass. And maybe it's a skill diff, maybe it's like a matchup diff between these guys because they've only taken one map off of mates in Black Ops 7 so far, all things included. So I don't know, but at least they're 2-1. You know what I'm saying? At least the first weekend went well.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say about these guys this week, man. Listen, bad series happened for sure. Bad series happened, but as a team that is going to be fighting for championships and consistently hitting Sundays, that's unacceptable. And those series should never happen with a team of this caliber. So maybe for LAT fans, you can look at this and say, okay, this will lock them the fuck in. Like, wow, we just got railed.
Hopefully.
And they'll come back after the break and fix a lot of the problems that they clearly have. I have a question for you. Would you rather watch this series back for a week straight or watch 10 hours nonstop of the 250 to 14 hard point from Cold War?
Probably the Cold War, bro.
Because goodness gracious, that's what it gave me flashbacks to.
Oh my God.
These dudes aren't winning a gunfight. These guys are not winning anything.
Yeah. It was just belt.
Okay, he got the belt. It's insane.
It was just belt.
That's insane.
I don't really know what else to say other than that. It was just belt. They'll get better though. They'll get better. I promise.
Hey, Scrim Champions look good today though, man. They look good today. took down Optic, won the scrim set. That's basically major one and done and dusted there for the Thieves. Toronto Koi, we got speed up a little bit. Let's speed up so we can at least get to Optic probably and talk about them. But Toronto Koi, they played twice. They 3-0'd Surge. They lost 3-2 to FaZe. I mean, Insight played well versus Surge. They won, and then maybe had a little bit of a rougher go around. Same thing with Joe DeCease versus FaZe. I mean, honestly, their numbers just look bad because of the map 4 versus FaZe, but I'm not really worried about Koi. I think this team's going to be good. I think they're going to be in that T4, T5 range most of the season. They're going to beat top teams. They're going to lose to top teams, but I still think they're a good squad.
Same.
I mean, this is the most obvious Toronto team ever. It just feels like another Toronto team. So.
Yeah, they definitely are a little more dangerous now, I'd say, in SND and stuff. I mean, even though they lost to FaZe, because I think Real's a good playmaker, and we'll see how they continue to learn, because obviously they're still working him into the system, getting the chemistry growing there, so we'll see what they do with that. Then we got the Gentlemates, who, as we just touched on, belt to ass over the Thieves. I mean, my guy Dan Ghosty could not have went any harder in this one. He looked like it didn't matter what he did on the map, he was going to get the kill. I mean, this guy was popping 3 pieces with the ball and overload, just using a pistol and punching people. Like, it was insane.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have nightmares.
I think that was just kind of destined for Dan.
Yeah.
It was just karma. He had to get his after being dropped.
Yeah, this is. I think we said it last week that series when people getting dropped, it's like, oh my god, these people always play with a chip on their shoulder for the first time. So, I mean, good for Dan and Envoy.
Yep,
both of them.
No, Dill played well. I mean, the whole team played well, but good for Dan and Envoy to get their vengeance.
But if this is like these guys hitting form, like at their like everyone meshing at one time, God, goodness gracious, these guys are fucking disgusting. Wow.
Yeah, this team at their peak, man, they're going to be very dangerous. They're going to be very, very good, and they might be the only ones, at least for now, that looks like they could give our #1 team, Optic Texas, a run for their money. And obviously for Optic, I mean, I guess run for their money, they kind of got one versus Miami Heretics, as it does go to that game 5 there. And listen, I'm going to say it, bro. If it's not for fucking Mercules, Optic is down bad. I mean, this guy Merc dropped 22 kills across the 2 SNDs, which obviously in a Neslo, you got to win both of those. He is like single-handedly willing them through series. I mean, you see the stats there. Obviously, he's getting help from his teammates. Like, his teammates are giving him damage, especially Dashy in this series. But I mean, bro, it's just Merctic Texas at this point, bro. It's fucking crazy.
Hey. He's a GOAT for a reason. I mean, there's really not much to say. He's a fucking GOAT. But I'm glad to see that this Optic team, even though they lose both HPs, the S&Ds, they're able to Neslo pretty comfortably. That's what makes me happy. And I said that last week as well. I was like, I think our weakest game mode is hardpoint. Kind of showed it, but I'm glad that we can Neslo and it's pretty comfortable.
What a ball knower.
Merc might be one of the most consistent players I've ever seen. Actually, he might be one of the most consistent players I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Which I think is good because, and I'll tell you why. They are 3-0, but they are an ugly 3-0 right now. None of these series have been necessarily clean. The Falcons match was a little clean, but the other 2 ugly wins, but they're wins. And I think a lot of that has to do with Shotzi struggling right now. And if this team is 3-0 and getting willed to victory with Merc absolutely throwing people on his back, and Shotzi eventually starts to hit form, like I know that he will, Christ. I mean, these guys are going to be even better than they already are. So I'm not worried. Shotzi gets better as the year goes on anyways. But if Shotzi has a bad day, and Merc for some reason starts to struggle, man, it might get rough.
It might be
It might get rough. Yeah.
It might be. To be honest, I don't know if Merc is possible to have a bad day in a real match. We saw a couple maps today in the scrims where like he was kind of like just it wasn't really going too well, but I've never seen him have a bad match in an actual game. So
yeah,
I wouldn't worry about it too much, man. I would not worry about it too much. But I mean, chat, that's kind of going to do it for tonight. Again, apologies. I got to go cast 1v1 me playoffs. So, your boys got to pay the bill somehow, since Alex and Preston don't give me enough subs throughout the month. But chat, we appreciate you guys, man. Alex, Preston, give your closing remarks and then we're going to end this bitch.
Chat, if you love us, if you hate us, if you're neutral against us, You start watching you talk shit, fuck. You're gonna get this special ass like how Lat just got.
Thanks, bro. Thanks.
Chat, if you love us, if you hate us, you're still fucking thanks for watching. Sorry I was a little bit late, having some technical difficulties. Appreciate you guys watching as always. You guys are the goats. And we'll be live sometime in the next X amount of days, weeks, before matches, and then obviously we'll come back before the matches start up again. But thanks for watching. You guys rock. Appreciate
Yes,
it.
chat. More shows to come over the break. More content to come to hold you guys over with this long break. But as always, we appreciate you guys. Drop a like, sub to the channel, leave a 5-star review if you're listening on Spotify. Shout out our Spotify listeners as always. And yeah, man, we'll be catching you guys soon. Have a good one and peace out.
Peace.